Dear students, in the previous video, we have discussed the angle between two planes and also the problems. So, in this session, I am going to discuss the perpendicular distance formula of the point from the plane. So, let us derive that formula here. So, distance of a point from a plane. For this one, I am going to consider a plane phi 1 and consider a point P so that we can join a line from that plane to this point. So, is it possible to find the distance of the point P from the plane pi 1? Yes, definitely students, we can find out the distance. So, here consider a 3D space and a point with the position vector A. So, this is the point P with position vector A, and now consider a first plane that is pi 1. So, its equation will be, that is r dot n cap is equal to d, means that n cap is a unit normal vector to this plane here. So, this equation is r vector dot n cap is equal to d. Now, consider a plane pi 2 through the point P and parallel to pi 1. Means we have to take another one line which should be parallel to this plane and passing through the point P. Therefore, this is the second plane, and here n cap is normal to the plane pi 1. So, that already we have taken this is, here n cap is normal, unit normal to this plane. So, pi 1 is parallel to pi 2, already we have taken, both are parallel to each other. Therefore, the n cap is also the normal, unit normal to the plane pi 2. Right. So, that here we can take same normal vector because both are parallel planes here. Now, let us write the equation of pi 2. So, this will be r minus vector A whole into dot product with n cap is equal to 0. So, this is the equation of plane here. So, we can simplify this one as r dot n cap minus here a dot n cap, means you can transfer to the RHS side, it becomes a vector dot n cap. So, students, here we can take this RHS part as the distance from the origin, means distance of the plane from the origin. So, for the second plane we have the distance that is small d, and for the first plane we have the distance, the second plane we have the distance vector a dot n cap. So, both are the distances of the planes from the origin. Now, here connect here lines here, so that the total distance is ON dash, means the distance of the plane pi 1 from the origin is ON dash, and distance of the second plane pi 2 from the origin is ON. Right. So, that distance ON is equal to vector a dot n cap, and here that whole ON dash will be equal to what here, that is small d. Right. So, that now plane pi 1 is parallel to pi 2. Therefore, perpendicular distance from the point P to pi 1 is, here we can give like that, ON dash minus ON, means that total distance ON dash minus ON will be giving that distance between these two plane, means so exactly the distance between the point and the plane. So, that here it is equal to ON dash is equal to what here, that is d minus ON is equal to vector a into n cap. So, we have to take whole modulus because the distance never be negative. So, that we have to take it is as a whole modulus of d minus vector a dot n cap, which is the perpendicular distance from the point to point P to the plane pi 1. Now, we can find out the distance of a point from a plane. If the equation of pi 2 is vector r dot n vector is equal to d, then perpendicular distance from P to pi 1 is given by whole modulus of vector A dot n vector minus d divided by magnitude of n vector. So which is also the very important formula. So this gives the distance of a point from a plane. Now we can consider some problems here. The question number 1. Find the distance of a point 2, 5, minus 3 from the plane r dot 6i minus 3j plus 2k is equal to 4. So we can find the solution. So let us consider the point BP, which has the coordinates 2 pi minus 3. Therefore that vector A can be taken as 2i plus 5j minus 3k. Therefore the distance from P to the given plane will be that whole modulus of vector A dot n vector minus d divided by magnitude of n vector. So therefore we can take here as a dot product of A dot n vector, right? So that here n vector is what here, that is 6i minus 3j plus 2k, and A vector is 2i plus 5j minus 3k. So that we can take the product of scalar components, right? Therefore 2 into 6 plus 5 into minus 3 minus 3 into 2 minus the d value is what here, 4. So whole divided by magnitude of n vector is, that is square root of 6 square plus minus 3 whole square plus 2 square. So after simplifying here we are getting, that is 2 into 6 is 12 plus 5 into minus 3, that is here minus 15. Therefore here 12 minus 15, and here it is 3 into 2 is 6, so that it is minus 6 minus 4 divided by square root of 36 plus 9 plus 4. So this gives the value, that is here whole modulus of minus 13, because 12 minus 15 is minus 3, minus 6 minus 4 will be minus 13. So divided by square root of 49. So the final answer will be 13 by 7, because here we have taken whole modulus, means that answer will be positive. So the 13 divided by square root of 49 is 7. So 13 by 7 units is the distance of a point from the plane. Similarly, we go for the next example. Question number 2. Find the distance of the given point from the corresponding given plane. The point will be 3 minus 2 1, and the plane will be 2x minus y plus 2z plus 13 is equal to 0. So now let us find out the solution. Vector A is equal to, that is 3i minus 2j plus k by using the point P, and vector n, that will be given by using the direction ratio of the linear normal vector, right? So that here 2i minus j plus 2k, and d value is what here, that is minus 13 after transferring to the RL side. So now find out the that distance, perpendicular distance here, which is whole modulus of vector A dot n vector minus d divided by, that is vector, that magnitude of n vector. So which is equal to, that is 6. So 3 into 2 is 6 plus minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2, and 1 into 2 is 2, and minus of minus 13 will be 13. So divided by square root of that is here magnitude of n vector is the square root of 2 square plus minus 1 square plus that is 2 square is equal to square root of 9. So this will be here, that is 3. So final answer will be 6 plus 4 plus 13, means it is totally 23 divided by 3 units. So it is here the distance of the point from the given plane. So in the next slide we will see some important points here. Length of the perpendicular from the point x1 y1 z1 onto the plane ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0 is whole modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by square root of a square plus b square plus c square. So this is one formula, and another one formula is here. Distance between the parallel planes ax plus by plus cz plus d1 is equal to 0 and ax plus by plus cz plus d2 is equal to 0 is given by whole modulus of d1 minus d2 divided by square root of a square plus b square plus c square. So these are the two parallel planes here. So in these two planes where a, b, c are similar, d1, d2 are different here. So whenever you are going to find the distance between two parallel planes, so we have to use this formula, and it is going to use for the problems like the length of the perpendicular from the point onto the plane. Right. So remember these two formulas, student. So we will solve some more examples on these two formulas. Question number 3. Here we can take, prove that if a plane has intercepts ABC and is at a distance of p units from the origin, then 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square is equal to 1 by p square. So let us prove this here equation. So the plane has intercepts a, b, c. Here already it is the given data. Therefore equation of the plane will be given as x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. Already we have discussed in the previous sessions. Now the n vector can be given by, that is 1 by a plus 1 by b j plus 1 by c k. So, and that d is equal to plus or minus 1. So by using this equation of plane, here we have like this here n vector and the value of d here. So for the calculation here we can take it as here, that is here d is equal to plus 1. So given point is origin, so origin has the coordinates 0, 0, 0 and vector a is equal to 0, because that origin is 0 means then definitely that vector is also a 0 vector. So distance from the origin to the plane is given by, that is whole modulus of here a dot n vector minus d divided by that magnitude of n vector. So we have, that is the perpendicular distance will be p here. So this can be taken as here. So p is equal to a dot n vector. So here that a vector is already 0 vector. Therefore 0 vector into n vector will be again 0 only, minus here d value is already we have taken, this is 1. So 0 minus 1 in the numerator part, divided by that is square root of here 1 by a whole square plus 1 by b whole square plus 1 by c whole square. So we have, that is here square root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square is equal to 1 by p. Alright, because here we can take p to the denominator side, this side, and here that this denominator will become here numerator after transferring to the LHS side. So that we have, that is here square root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square is equal to 1 by p. Now squaring on both sides we have, that is 1 by a square plus 1 by b square plus 1 by c square is equal to 1 by p square. So this is the proof of this given equation. All have got it, students? Now let us consider another one question. The distance of the point 2, 3, minus 5 from the plane x plus 2y minus 2z is equal to 9 is, options are there, a is equal to 4, b is equal to 3, c is equal to 2 and d is equal to 1. Here that answer will be option B, 3. So students, here we can take the solution for this one. How can you find the distance of the point from the plane? So length of the perpendicular from the point x1, y1, z1 onto the plane x plus by plus tz plus d is equal to 0 is given by whole modulus of a1x plus b1y plus c1z is plus d divided by square root of a square plus b square plus c square. So students, here this is considered as here x1, y1, z1 here, not a1, b1, c1. So these are x1, y1, z1. So we have that length of the perpendicular from the point onto the plane, that is x plus 2y minus 2z is equal to 9 is given by, that is here x value, that is 2 here, means that is here a into x1 means it is here 2 plus b into y1 is here 6, and here that is c into z1 is equal to 10 minus 9 divided by, that is square root of 1 square plus 1, that is plus 2 square is 4 plus 4. So this will be equal to 9 divided by, that is 3, because that square root of 9 is 3. So 9 by 3 is equal to again 3. So therefore the answer will be option B, 3. Take one more example. Distance between the parallel planes 2x minus 3y plus 4z is equal to, minus 1 is equal to 0, and 4x minus 6y plus 8z plus 7 is equal to 0 is, option A 9 by square root of 29, option B 9 by 2 into square root of 29, option C 1 by square root of 29, option D 9 by square root of 29. So answer will be, that is option A 9 by square root of 29. So how it is correct? So we will check this one. Therefore the distance between the parallel planes will be given as like this. So now consider the equation of the planes are 2x minus 3y plus 4z minus 1 is equal to 0, and 4x minus 6y plus 8z plus 7 is equal to 0. So students, already I have told you, in these two planes, if these two planes are parallel means, then definitely here A, B, C values should be same here. So here 2, 3, 4 are here, and here we have, that is 4 minus 6, 8 are here. Right. So that we have to make equal. So we have to multiply 2 to the first equation of plane. So after multiplying 2, here it becomes 4x minus 6y plus 4z minus 2 is equal to 0. And the second plane as it is, that is 4x minus 6y plus 8z plus 7 is equal to 0. Right. So now distance between the parallel planes, which is given by here whole modulus of, that is minus 2, because here if you take this one as here d1 and it is d2, or it is d2 or it is d1, here you can take in any way. So we have, that is minus 2 minus 7, because d1 minus d2, here you can take it. So that minus 2 and it is 7, so that minus 2 minus 7 divided by, that is square root of here 4 square 16 plus minus 6 square, that is plus 36 plus 8 square, this is equal to 64. So we have, that is minus 2 minus 7 means it is minus 9. So we have taken it is modulus, so that it becomes positive 9 divided by square root of 116. So that 116 will be written as 2 into square root of 21. So here this is the distance between two parallel lines. So that answer A is, means that option A is right. So in the next video we will discuss the angle between line and plane and also the problems. So after this concept, here I am going to give the assignment number 10. So these three questions are here. Find the distance from the point to the respective planes here. So solve all these questions to understand this concept. So we will discuss some more points in the next class. Thank you, students.